With the beautiful weather expected this weekend, many no doubt are starting to think about what summer in Toronto will look like amid this pandemic in terms of some of the city's most popular events. Now, the City of Toronto announced today that Canada Day fireworks will not be happening, and we're also getting more details about how this year's Pride Parade, which usually would bring millions to the area here in Church and Wellesley, will be taking their events online.
It's really hard once you work on something for an entire year to have it taken out from under you, but our team is incredible. They're unbelievably creative.
It was one of the first major city events to be impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. Back in March, the City of Toronto announced the annual Pride Parade would be cancelled, along with the months-long events leading up to it. Every June, 2 million people flock to the area of Church and Wellesley. But organizers say this year the show will have to go online.
We will be hosting the first ever virtual parade on June 28th. The programming is going to start at 2 o'clock, and then it will basically go into a mixture of pre-recorded content as well as some live streaming. We will be able to get folks to register, community groups, partners, to participate with us, to celebrate with us.
June 1st, the city will live stream the raising of the rainbow and trans flags and declare June Pride Month. Organizers say many of the fan favorites will be included in some capacity.
All of the staples are going to be there: Waparama, Yellow Bara, our partnerships with like Yes Yes Y'all, all of those other teams, as well as a mix of community programming. So our Clean Sober Proud family pride programming, all of that is being incorporated.
Pride Toronto says it was important to support the dozens of artists who rely on event bookings for income, and so far they've been able to include more than 50 of the 170 originally planned. That number is still growing. They're also looking for ways to support businesses in the village that would have seen thousands of patrons over the Pride Month. Typically, the Pride events throughout June would have been capped off by Canada Day celebrations. But today, the city announced those will be yet another casualty of COVID-19.
I would like nothing more than to tell you that we can celebrate the birthday of our great country as we usually do with friends and family in many of the usual places, but we just can't this year out of caution and out of an overriding concern for public health.
That means no fireworks displays at Ashbridges Bay and other city parks, and no celebrations at Mallasman Square and Centennial Park. Plans are now underway for virtual celebrations, including tributes to frontline workers in partnership with Harbourfront Centre, TO Live, and the CN Tower. And of course, the mayor is also encouraging everyone to mark the occasion at home.
Decorate your front doors with a flag. There are ways in which we can show our love for our country in this year where we won't be able to be together as much.
The City of Toronto will release details on their Canada Day plans in the coming weeks. Pride Toronto will have a full list of their online events next week. In the Church and Wellesley Village, Janelle Massa, City News.